Loneliness does not come from having no people around, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself. We are conditioned to believe that December 25th is a mandatory test of our social worth. If the table is full, you pass. If the chair next to you is empty, you fail. Society looks at the person spending Christmas alone with pity. They whisper, "What went wrong?" or "Are they okay?" But they are asking the wrong question. The truth is, for a growing number of people, spending Christmas alone isn't a consequence of tragedy. It is an act of sanity. It is a deliberate choice to step out of the noise and into the quiet. If you are watching this video alone right now, take a deep breath. You are not broken. You are simply unplugged. Welcome to Timeless Wisdom Official. Today, we are going to deconstruct the psychology of people who spend Christmas alone and why this might be the most mentally healthy decision you've ever made.
The holiday distortion field. Let's start by analyzing why Christmas loneliness feels so heavy. It's not because of the solitude itself. It's because of the contrast effect. Psychologists observe that during the holidays, reality is warped by a distortion field. From November onwards, you are bombarded with images of manufactured happiness. You see the Hallmark movie version of life. No family arguments, no financial stress, just pure, unadulterated joy. When your reality doesn't match this impossible fantasy, your brain triggers a sense of relative deprivation. You don't feel lonely because you are alone. You feel lonely because you are comparing your quiet Tuesday to someone else's highlight reel. But here is the secret the advertisements won't tell you. The person spending Christmas alone has removed the lens of distortion. They see the day for what it is, just a day. By stripping away the decorations and the expectations, they often find something that the people at the crowded parties are desperately searching for: peace. The exhaustion of performative joy. This brings us to the second psychological driver, the rejection of emotional labor. Sociologist Arlie Hochschild coined this term to describe the effort it takes to regulate your feelings to fulfill the requirements of a job. But for many, Christmas is the most demanding unpaid job of the year. Think about the traditional Christmas gathering. It often requires you to perform. You must perform gratitude for gifts you don't need. You must perform agreement with relatives whose values clash with yours. You must perform happiness even if you are grieving, tired, or struggling. For the highly empathetic or introverted person, this performative joy is not just annoying, it is biologically draining. It triggers a cortisol spike that can take days to recover from. The person who chooses to be alone is essentially saying, "I will not trade my mental health for tradition." Solitude as a sanctuary, the JWMO effect. When you stop performing, you create space for something rare in our modern world: radical autonomy. There is a profound psychological shift that happens when you embrace what experts call JOMO, the joy of missing out. In this sanctuary of solitude, the hierarchy of social pressure dissolves. You eat what your body actually craves, not the heavy holiday meal tradition dictates. You sleep when you are tired. You wake when you are rested. You consume art, music, or silence that feeds your soul, rather than making small talk about politics or the weather with an uncle you haven't seen in 3 years. This is not hiding. This is recalibration. For the person spending Christmas alone, the holiday becomes a retrieval of the self. While the world outside is frantic with consumption and noise, your world becomes slow, deliberate, and deeply restorative. You are not missing the party. You are attending a better one inside your own mind. The strength to say no, breaking the cycle. However, choosing this peace comes with a heavy price tag. And this is where we find the true strength of the solo walker. Psychologically speaking, refusing a family gathering to protect your mental health is one of the hardest things a human being can do. We are tribal creatures. Our evolutionary biology screams at us that separation from the tribe equals death. When you say no to the family gathering, you are fighting millions of years of biological programming. You are also likely battling the guilt trip. Many families operate on enmeshment, where boundaries are blurry and individuality is seen as a threat. In these dynamics, your presence is demanded not because they want to connect with you, but because they need you to play your assigned role in the family drama. Maybe you are the scapegoat. Maybe you are the fixer. Maybe you are the listener who absorbs everyone else's anxiety. By spending Christmas alone, you are engaging in pattern interruption. You are refusing to play the role. You are setting a boundary that says, "My peace is more important than your comfort." This is not an act of weakness. It is an act of revolutionary self-respect. It takes immense courage to disappoint others in order to be true to yourself. The sacred space for reflection. Finally, there is a strategic advantage to this solitude that few people talk about. The end of the year is a natural psychological portal. It is a time for death and rebirth. The old year is dying. The new one is waiting to be born. Most people numb this transition with alcohol, sugar, and noise. They are terrified of the silence because in the silence, they might have to face their own thoughts. They might have to ask themselves, "Am I happy? Am I on the right path?" By spending Christmas alone, you are doing something radical. You are facing the void without blinking. This solitude grants you the gift of metacognition, the ability to think about your own thinking. While the world is distracted by the festivities, you are auditing your life. You are grieving what needs to be grieved. You are celebrating your silent victories. You are not just spending time alone. You are building the architectural blueprint for the person you want to become next year. You cannot hear your inner voice if the outer world is screaming. So, if you are alone tonight, know this. You have given yourself the greatest gift of all, the gift of clarity. So, let's rewrite the narrative. If you are spending this Christmas or any holiday on your own, drop the shame. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a protector of your peace. You are a guardian of your energy. And most importantly, you are in excellent company. Somewhere out there, thousands of others are doing exactly what you are doing. They are sipping their tea, enjoying the silence, and finding comfort in their own presence. You are physically alone, but you are spiritually connected to a silent tribe of deep thinkers who value authenticity over performance. Enjoy your freedom, embrace the quiet, and Merry Christmas from one solitary soul to another. If this video made you feel less alone, please like and subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Official. And tell me in the comments, what is the one thing you enjoy most about your solitude? I read every story.